Hey, and welcome to the Culture Shakedown. So today I wanted to kind of do a special video, and I kind of want to change how we're doing our videos here on the Culture Shakedown so that it is more geared towards culture and the Indian culture. So I woke up this morning and I saw that SUSHANT Singh Rajput, SUSHANT, that he had passed away. And for the past couple of years, I've been watching a lot of Bollywood movies and trying to become more familiar with the culture of India for my own purposes and things like that. And so I have seen a couple of his movies and was very impressed with it. And we'll talk about that again later. But it was really sad because I've done a tribute to other Bollywood actors and things like that. But this one hit kind of hard. So in America, I'm a teacher. And I actually, it's pretty common to have teachers who teach art. So I teach drama and other art forms here in America. And it turns out you can actually get a 4-year degree just teaching drama. And so that's what I've spent my life doing. And in my career, I have had over 9 people or students commit suicide that have been either my students or students at my school or family members or things like that. And it is something that hits really hard. I had a student a couple years ago who committed suicide, and I gotta say, like, you can say like, oh no, you didn't know him, and you're not part of this culture, you don't understand, but it affects everybody. Suicide and mental health is such an important thing, and that's something that I have gone to a lot of training for as a teacher here in America, but I know that in other places and other situations that it's not as common to talk about this kind of problem, to talk about mental health and mental illness and things that you're going through, and it's really important to talk about this and to let people know that you're not dishonoring your culture by talking about suicide. You're not dishonoring, or you shouldn't be ashamed of how you feel. Standing in America, when there's a suicide, it's always a really big deal, especially when it's a young person. And you can tend to stand there at these caskets because we bury our dead here, and people talk about how beautiful they are and how sad and tragic it is, and it all is. But the thing is that once you're gone, then you can't do any more good. And I feel so much for people who go through this. So if you're going through something like this, no matter where you are, whether you're here or in a different country, you should reach out, or let somebody know that you're feeling something, and feel safe knowing that people care about you and that this world deserves to have you in it, and you deserve to be in this world, and we need you. And like I said, he's an actor. I don't know this person, but he affected me and affected my education in learning about this Indian culture. So one of the movies my first movie that I watched, Kedarnath, so I watched this with a friend, and I didn't know a whole lot, and it's a really cool kind of, it's got a lot of, it hits a lot of issues. It's about pilgrimages up in the mountains and the differences in caste systems and the differences between people of the kind of the Pakistani and Muslim the divide, and then the Hindu divide, and this couple that fell in love that are of opposite sides, and how people opposed that, and the movie goes through there, a very tragic love story, which we know who doesn't love that kind of thing. And I remember watching this movie, and there was this big flood, and then I learned a little bit about the flooding and the things like that hit India and the natural disasters. And Rajput, he did so good in this movie. And of course, he's got this beautiful face, but he has this beautiful, tragic look where he just speaks so soft, and I was so impressed with his performance. It stuck with me. That's why I was like, oh my gosh, this person passed away. But there's this really great part at the end where the girl that he loves, the village that they're in is flooding, and they're all going to die, basically. Her family has died, and the helicopters come in to kind of save them. And so he helps strap her dad in, and he goes up in the helicopter and he straps her in, and then it's him and another man standing there, and he sees that this man has children, and that if he chooses himself and goes up there, that this man will die. And so he chooses to sacrifice himself and he passes away. And it's really, I think, a metaphor for Rajput's life, that he was a really wonderfully talented person who had these demons and these sad things happening to him. And the world is a sad place without him. And we needed him in it, just like we need any of you in it that are feeling this way. And that part really, I remember kind of crying about it, because it was such a beautiful moment where we have to see that people have to go through really hard things, and they have all these different situations that we don't know what people are going through, and these hardships. And I wanted to just reach out to any of you that are feeling badly and know that the world needs you in it. And that we will definitely miss him, because he was a talented, wonderful person. And there are people who loved him, family and a mother and friends that will miss him forever. And we will not get to see his talent anymore. And I want that to be a sign that we need to be reaching out to each other more and helping each other more, because your mental health is so important and this world needs you in it. And so that is just the tribute I wanted to give to him today, and my personal feelings on the matter. He was a wonderful actor, and as a fellow actor, as a drama teacher, as a person, and as a person who loves this industry, loves this culture, that we will be missed. And let's hope that it's a way for us to start helping each other, especially if you're in a place where you can't talk about your feelings or you were taught not to. Please reach out and talk to somebody. And I will see you guys next time. Namaste.